Mathematics plays a very important role in agriculture, and is vital to all farmers alike. Some examples of the application of maths in agriculture are measuring of soil fertility, estimating crop yield, calculating costs and profits, conversion of units and measurement of area, calculating costs and profits. Knowing the production costs of your crops is a prerequisite for determining how well your farm business is doing, the difference between the value of yield per acre and inputs value. It enables you to evaluate how efficiently resources are being used in your farm operations, to predict how your business will respond to specific changes, and how to make other useful decisions for attaining your goals. Estimation is an important concept for farmers. Much of farming is unpredictable, due to weather reliance and grain markets. Farmers try to estimate the yield of a certain field of grain. To do this, farmers pick a plant and count how many seeds are on the head. By looking at the square footage of a field and estimating the number of heads, farmers can find an approximation of the yield. It can be very difficult to estimate crop yields, and sometimes, professional estimates are very inaccurate. Farmers will also estimate elements of time. They know approximately how many hours they will need to seed and harvest and can plan accordingly. These estimates of time are based on crop types and machine availability, as well as human resources. Farmers consider past trends of weather and moisture conditions to decide when to start seeding. Furthermore, farmers can estimate the time remaining until harvest by calculating growing degree days. This is the measurement of heat units needed by the plant to reach its full maturity. It also accounts for the ripening of the crop. Volume measurements can be useful in other areas as well, such as finding the volume of a stack of hay. One of the most frequently used math concepts on the farm is the use of proportions. Units and measurements used in farming are fairly unfamiliar to other areas. We can use proportions to make conversions from the unfamiliar to the familiar. Land is measured in acres, for example. It is hard to understand the size of an acre because our minds are trained to visualize miles or kilometers. We can use conversions to put an acre into perspective. There are 43,560 square feet in an acre. This is slightly smaller than the size of a Canadian football field, without the end zones. Other farm measurement terminology include quarters and sections. A quarter is 160 acres and a section is 4 quarters. Professionals who work in grain elevators frequently use conversions. Grain prices are often given per ton, but producers want to know the price per bushel. Agriculture specialists are required to do these conversions quickly and accurately. At the conclusion of harvest, farmers need to decide if they have enough storage for their seeds. Farmers use formulas to determine how many bushels a bin will hold. This can be determined by finding the volume of the bin.